Hello everybody, I hope you're all well. Let's just get Hannah on and then we'll be with you all. How is everyone this evening? Hello!
Hello, my beautiful. Just give me 1 second. How are you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, good.
You look very glamorous. I'm loving the red and white.
I've just put some filters on.
Oh. How do we do that? I don't know how to do filters with
Right, just go. I think you just need to either click. I think you will see the little face.
Yeah.
In the bottom right corner. Just click there and just choose the one you like. I've got some cool ones. Look at this one.
What one's that?
Called Top Model. I like it.
I didn't know you could do this with a live.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. We all started.
This is a pretty. I've got the same one. The pretty one.
I like this one.
This is a nice too.
This is a new toy. I didn't know you could do this with a live.
You can, yes.
I'm
abusing it now since I found out last week.
Yeah, I like this. Oh, I'll go for this one. Flawless.
Yeah.
Right. So, Hannah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Shani? So nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
I know, it's been a long time, but you're keeping well, are you?
Trying to, yes.
Good. And welcome everybody to Lash Chat Live. Tonight we are joined by the lovely Hanna, the CEO and owner of London Lash Professional. Hanna, now I'm sure absolutely 100% positive everybody knows who you are, but just in case anyone's been living under a rock and doesn't know who you are, could you just give us a little bit of an introduction as to who you are and who you are in the lash industry?
Hi guys, hi everyone. For everyone who I know, hello, hello, hello. For everyone who I don't know, hello girls and boys maybe. My name is Hanna and I'm the director, managing director and the founder of London Lash Pro. And if you don't know who is London Lash Pro, go and click and check our account. It's amazing.
You definitely need to be following London Lash Professional if you're not already. Yep. So Hanna, tell us how you have been and how have you been coping with COVID-19 and lockdown?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, I think it's been great. I loved it. I mean, if you don't catch, this is how somebody told me, it's amazing as long as you don't catch the virus.
Yes, I agree.
And I think it was a good time for all of us and for my company in particular when we had some free space to look through things and revise and think, okay, right, is that the right thing to do? Or maybe we can concentrate on something else. Or we can just sort things out that we didn't have time to sort. We finished writing some training courses. We finished editing some manuals. We rethought our strategy. So I actually quite enjoyed it. And when government announced that they're going to announce the ease of the lockdown, I'm thinking, no.
You got to go back. So you haven't been taking it easy then? You haven't been having some time off? You've been a busy bee working behind the scenes of your company?
Yeah, we've been working all the time. I mean, obviously, because the sales drop, as soon as that's all has been announced, sales drop down. So we needed to furlough quite a few members of our team. So I think from 50 people, we've got 12 left.
Really? So you're up to 50 members of staff now. So let's talk about that. So what businesses, for those that you don't know, you've got quite a few notches to the London Lash Pro belt, haven't you? So how many, have you still got your salons?
I still have my salon, yeah, but I didn't count it as a part of the 50 people.
No.
That's a separate thing, yes.
Okay.
I still have, yeah.
So you've got a salon, and that's in London, is it?
Yeah, we've got a salon in London. It's in St. John's Wood, central London. Then we've got 2 training academies in London, right? And we also have a training academy in Manchester.
And that's where you're based, am I correct? Are you based in Manchester?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you say you've had to furlough some of your staff, Hannah, and then you've still got 12 of you still working behind the scenes. So what have you been working on? You say you've been finishing your manuals and things like that. Is there any advice that you can maybe give to some smaller brands as to what they should be focusing on at the moment and how they should be utilising their time wisely?
Well, I think it's a great time just to have a look through your business strategy in general for any business. And this is, I think, the first thing I've said to all my girls, all my trainers, girls, let's sit down, look through our businesses, put down all the expenses, income, and actually think, am I doing things in the right way? Or is it anything I need to change? Because it's quite often we're getting caught with all this millions of day-to-day things, and we don't even have any time to have a break and just think.
Yeah.
Right? Is what we're doing is actually important? Is what we're doing right now is going to get us where we want to get? Right? And quite often we're just doing something.
Yeah.
Right? We're just following somebody. Say, I don't know, if you want to sell the franchises of your salon, but instead of preparing your franchise agreement, you are doing lashes till 10 o'clock every day. That's definitely going to take you nowhere. So instead of say yes to another client, or instead of say yes to, I don't know, even your husband when he's asking you to cook a dinner, or we just say, look, today you do this job and I will do something else. So yeah, so I think it's a great time for us now to have a think and to understand where we've got those empty spots and what do we need to change in the future in order for us to just go
build, and when we come back, and to come back bigger and better.
Yeah, I like, for me it was, oh my god, I'm just thinking, wow, I'm looking at the tables and the numbers, I'm like, wow, like what I've been doing was like completely wrong.
Really? Just in lockdown?
No. So yeah, I found actually some cool ways of doing business and change slightly a bit more into online from offline, and we just my head is full of ideas.
It's amazing how much work you can actually get done from home as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And your team as well, are they all managing to work from home, or are they having to be in the office, or how is it working?
Genevieve, the interesting thing that we thought, well, everyone needs to be in the office to make sure the job is done. Now, when everyone is not in the office, we've changed our mindset from working to completing.
Yeah.
It's a completely two different things, isn't it? So before we were just, okay, people are working. Now I'm like, right, okay, so that needs to be done. Have you done this? Have you done that? I don't care what they're doing. I need things to be done. And this is the right mindset of the business person, of the successful business. Things needs to be completed. So, and now I feel like we're growing into the right direction. We're learning how to think results rather than process.
Yeah, my friend, I was talking to her today or yesterday, and she works for a financial advisor in Mayfair, and she said that they're just amazed at how the business is still running completely and none of them are in the office. And she said that him as a boss, he's a more mature person or older person, and he's sort of set in his ways where everyone has to be at their desk, they have to be in the office. And she said it's really refreshed his mindset, and he's now realizing that hang on a minute, we can still get things done at home and their business is still running completely. So
my boyfriend, the same thing, he's a financial advisor, and he was like, I said, Liam, can we go to Bali for 3 months and I'm gonna work from there and you can work from there? He said, Hanna, I can't do it, I've got clients to visit. And now he's totally fine.
Now he's like, yeah, we can go
every day, everything is fine, he's just doing it online. I was like, can we go to Bali now? He's like,
is that going to be your first trip when we're allowed to travel? Bali? Yes. I want to see a picture of you on one of those swings, please, in Bali.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. That's lovely to hear, though, that everything is still running okay. First of all, before, I know you mentioned about sales have dropped, so I will touch base on that because I think that's interesting. But I wanted to go back a little bit and talk about, you used to be a lash artist originally, didn't you? And you used to do nails and things, and you was a beautician, was you?
A little bit of nails, a little bit of everything, yes.
Yeah. So when was it that you made that decision to come away from doing treatments to focus on your brand? When was that jump for you, and what made you take that major step into coming out of salon?
Yep. Well, first of all, I think I started with doing all the treatments. So I'm a beauty therapy level 2 qualified. And along with my beauty to level 2, I've also completed eyelash course and some extra training courses. Also, I've done the makeup course. So I was just a typical beautician.
Yeah.
But when I started to do beauty, started to work in the beauty salon, I realized that, right, okay, I don't like doing this, I don't like doing that, but I really love doing that. So I thought, okay, it's better if I will concentrate on the things I truly love.
Yeah.
And the things which I love were two things: was waxing, which I love the satisfying feeling of getting.
Yeah. I'm the same. I do waxing on clients as well.
I love waxing.
Yeah.
And then another thing was eyelash extensions. I also enjoyed permanent makeup, but I had a couple of unhappy clients, you know. Well, I loved what I've done for them, but I think they had a different view of what's beautiful happens. Yeah. So, and it was really, really stressful because I felt like I've put something on people permanently that they don't. I just thought I think I'm a too nice person to do this to other people. Yeah. So I thought, I'm not going to do semi-permanent makeup. I'm going to concentrate on eyelashes. If they don't like eyelashes, I can take them off.
Yep, definitely. Right. I'm 100% the same.
Yes, and that's it. So I was doing waxing and eyelashes for some time, and slowly I was thinking, waxing is really messy. You just all this wax, and I need to clean the floor. Should I concentrate on just eyelash extension? Yes, let's do that. And then once I started to do one treatment, only one treatment, things they started to change because I became more and more sucked into this treatment. I started to find things out. I was reading all the forums. I was the member of all the Facebook groups. So I was one of those people who were just,
I think we are all one of those people, aren't we? We are all constantly looking and obsessing over every new trend and wanting to get on all the new trainings that come out.
Absolutely. So I was just a typical one of those. And then because I think I was doing what I was doing really well, and also I'm such a big lover of social media, and I love chatting to people, posting photographs. So because I was proactive on social media, people started to approach me and ask me if I can teach them. So it was okay.
Yeah, let's go and get a qualification in that.
Yes, and I think I've asked a couple of lash brands. I think I've asked Lash Perfect, definitely asked, oh gosh, was it purple brand?
Eyelash Emporium?
Eyelash Emporium.
Or Nouveau?
Yes.
There's another
I've asked them if I could be their trainer. No, they said, we're going to get back to you. Nobody did. So it's like, okay. Right. So I've done my research on how to get the accreditation and become a trainer myself. And this is how it all started. I've also looked at how much I can charge. And at the beginning, you can't really charge much. Nobody really knows about you. So I thought, okay, if I'm going to charge £200-300 and the kit would cost me, I don't know, 150, that's not much to earn for the whole day of lashing. So for the whole day of training, if you do one-to-one. So I thought, well, I really need to think of how to get the cheaper product. And then I thought, well, should I maybe go and buy it, you know, from overseas, from the factory? Yeah. And I've, you know, just got in touch with somebody. I think it was a very popular glue in Russia. It was a Sky Glue. Yeah. So that was the first factory where we mailed them. And I've asked them for a sample of eyelashes, sample for the glue. I thought that they were good quality products, and I've asked them if I could buy them in bulk. They said the minimum order is $8,000. And I was like, okay, I've borrowed some money from my boyfriend.
Really? You ordered that many for the first order? Wow,
Yeah,
that's brave.
yeah.
That is a brave move.
Yeah, I was scared, but then I thought, you know what? Like eyelashes, they're not eggs. It's not milk. You know, they don't have an expiry date.
Yeah.
Even if my whole project is going to be a complete fail, I still can use these eyelashes in my salon, like for the next 10 years.
Clients. Yeah.
It's fine. So I thought, cheap stock. Fine.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then I've got it on. So I was using it for my training courses, but because, you know, £8,000 worth of eyelashes, that's a lot of lashes.
That is a lot of eyelashes.
That's lots. And they were like all over my drawers, like in every single drawer you can open in the house. I had eyelashes.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend, he was not really happy, and he said, Hanna, can you please take all these lashes to your salon? But I didn't quite have a salon. I just had this tiny beauty room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what can I do with these lashes? So should I put it on eBay? Just see, maybe I can sell some.
Yeah.
Put it on eBay, and they started to sell. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And because I think I'm a lash technician myself, passionate lash technician. So I've managed to write a really good description on eBay.
Yeah.
Right. I was writing everything about like Russian volumes and which lashes, which so many D you can use. Like I was proper like smashing people with, and people, they started to buy, and not just buying, they were emailing me as an eBay seller, and they were asking me the questions on the technique and what can I do. And I was sending the videos and photographs, and like, so I've even met my, like Joanna Staniel, one of our trainers. I've met her through eBay. She was
really
customer, because I think she was buying 0.25, so something, she was buying something which didn't make sense to me, and I said, why are you buying that?
So
not
big.
Good. So yeah, and that's it. And then after, you know, it just I thought, well, if I'm selling something else, maybe I could, I'm selling an unknown brand and it sells, maybe I could sell my own brand.
Yeah.
And then I've emailed my factory. They said yes, it's possible. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I started to look for the good supplier of the better lashes I really, really love. And then it's all started. And I remember Frankie with us, actually, she gave me the first push. Yeah. Because when I opened my website, and it was, I didn't have any sales. And then she's I don't remember how, I think I've emailed her, because I'm naturally, like, I'm a proactive person. I'm emailing people. Yeah. And I think I've asked her to try my glue, and I think she did, and she's mentioned it in her YouTube video. And
yeah, and she's got a lot of followers, hasn't she?
Whoa, she was already a superstar already there. I was like, oh my God, Frankie.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you to her, because I think she was the first push, you know, which drove the first traffic to my website. And then people like the product, because I mean, look, if I like it, I think, why wouldn't other people like it?
Yeah, product. If you're a working lash artist. So
Absolutely.
so at this point you were still working, doing clients, was you? And then you were selling products. So at what point did you think to yourself, I need to focus on selling products and stop doing treatments? You must have had to get some staff in and then slowly wean yourself out. What made you sort of take that final jump? Was it just getting too busy with sales? And
I think I was getting busy with trainings, because people started to invite me, like, come to Germany, come there. And I was going to Germany, I remember 3 times a week I was doing trainings in Germany, like a lot. I don't know why Germany, they just liked me. But I think it's just, again, Christine, she set me up there. And then everything just started to happen. And because I wanted to do my treatments, like, I mean, I can't just leave my clients. I feel like, right, okay, people want to have their lashes done with me, and I just, if I'm gonna say goodbye to them, they're just gonna go. I said that that's not right. So I started to employ my first staff and train them, and you know, getting people on board, and that's it. So I think I just had this little salon with a few girls working with me, and luckily I was renting first one office room in Victoria in London. And then the business, which was renting the room to me, wasn't doing really well. And they were sizing down where my business was growing.
So you was taking their space.
I was taking over each room. So at the end, I've left them one and I was occupying three.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was lucky. That was really lucky. So we've occupied all the rooms and we had 5 beds working at the same time. So the girls were working. I could go do, we had a receptionist as well. She could do shipping for the product. I could go training. So it's all, yeah, kind of got it.
We've just had a question come through. Bespoke Lash has said, how old were you when you started your lashes? So I'm not sure if that is your brand or when you started doing lashes. So let's answer both. Was you,
yeah.
How old was you? If you don't mind.
Yeah, no. I think, right, let me just think. I think I started doing eyelashes probably about 9 years ago. So now I'm 34. So it's like makes it 25. I started doing eyelashes and I started my business probably 5-6 years ago. Yeah. So after 4 years of doing eyelashes.
Yeah. So London Lash has really grown then in six years, you say?
I think probably even less than that. I think it was probably 5-ish something.
Yeah. And we've definitely seen London Lash like grow massively in terms of just the branding as well. Because I remember when I first used to get the London Lash Pro, they used to come in plastic boxes, and now you were one of the first brands, I think, to bring out the new cardboard packaging, and I think everyone's followed suit, haven't they?
I was the first one, because I remember I was single for some time, and I was dating this, like, one of the Tinder dates. And he was really, really nice guy. Like, he was really, really clever, and he was working as a he was doing some analytics in this big company, and he was basically predicting what's going to happen in 5 or 6 years time in this IT industry. And he was he said once, like, Hanna, so what are you selling? What is your product? And I was like, this is my lash. This is my product. And he's like, I look like shit.
No.
And I was like, what do you mean? You can't say
you
that.
Worked so
he said,
hard on
but
it.
It's true. He said, it's true. He said, why wouldn't you put it in a nicer packaging? I said, but that's not possible. He said, why is it not possible? I was like, yeah, good question.
Why is it not?
Why is it not possible?
Yeah.
And that's it. So he's just, it's always something or somebody comes to your life and make this one.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, that's a good idea.
Because how long ago was it you changed the packaging? Was it a couple of years ago now?
I think, yes, I think he probably told me like about 4 years ago, and it took me a year or something just to get my head around, and emailing suppliers asking, is that okay if I'm gonna give you a different box? They're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. We've seen so many changes. I mean, I definitely think that you was one of the you was the first, I think, to bring out the cardboard design and with the magnetic boxes that we see now.
And we're changing it now, by the way, Genevieve.
Are you changing it again?
It's coming, the new one coming soon. We need to change the best one now.
I think everyone is trying to come with something different, and now we've got the foil backed strips as well. I think they were a game changer, weren't they? They're so much better with the foil backs.
I agree.
Yeah, we had another question come through. Let me just go back to it. Mishy Lashes, did you participate in competitions? Do you recommend this before someone will start to teach people? And what was your experience with that?
Well, I was bad with competitions. I mean, I was an amazing lash technician. I was really good, and I know I am good now. If you put me doing eyelashes, I'll do nice clean work. I know it technically, but like, I'm a good lash technician. But I went for my first eyelash competition to Russia. Me, girl
of all the places to go for your first competition, I would not go to Russia.
No, and I went there, and I haven't even read the rules through. So that was my first ever competition. I never judged, never nothing. And I didn't even read the competition. I was like, I'm a good lash technician, I'm gonna win. And I went there, and it was total fail. Total fail. I think I came, not the last, but like, it was bad.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting and crying for 3 hours. I was sitting and crying. And then I thought for myself, I'm not going to participate in those competitions. I'm going to judge those competitions. I'm not going to do do it anymore. And you know, I was thinking, and then in a couple of months, I saw that one of those girls who won the competition in Russia, she was organizing the competition in Belarus, which is my mother country. And I was thinking, you know what? If you don't ask, you never get. And I emailed her and I said, look, I'm the owner of the salon in central London. I'm blah, blah, blah. So basically I've told her how amazing I am. So do you want to invite me as a judge? And she was like, you know, we don't have any international judges. Come. So yeah, I've jumped over.
Yeah.
I know it's really bad. It's so embarrassing.
It's not though, because I think so many people think that you have to have been an award-winning lash artist to be an educator, but I think that some people just don't suit that competition setting. I mean, that feeling when you sit down in a competition, your hands are like this, and then you start sweating, and it's like the glue's not working. And I think it's for those people that can compete live and can place first, second, and third. I think hats off to them. They're amazing, and they must have nerves of steel.
100%.
Every time that I've tried to compete, I think I do much better in an online competition when I'm in my own setting. I can take my own time, and I'm not under any pressure. Whereas as soon as I go into a live, it can take me half an hour to get one fan, because I'll put it on, no, take it off, and I forget how to do a set of lashes when I go into a live competition. Yeah. I think it's so scary.
100% agree with you. You don't need, like, I mean, the fact that you won the competition, absolutely amazing. But if you didn't participate and didn't win, it doesn't mean that you're not a great lash technician. You are amazing. Of course, you know, it's just the chance to show the world that you can, and it's good to have it, and probably your clients will be proud, and you can make actually more sales if you participated. But you can be equally successful without it. Look at me, I'm the good example of how you don't do eyelash competition and jump into judging and organizing them and be fine.
In regards to judging though, you can pitch yourself to anything. If you pitch yourself correctly, there's no reason, if you're a qualified lash technician and you can show that you can produce good quality work on your clients, then there's no reason why you couldn't help to judge a competition and things like that.
Absolutely.
I think there is a massive possibilities out there. I don't think you do have to enter competitions to become a trainer. I think you have to have good training and have the knowledge behind you.
Yeah. We just even had this conversation with my girls the other day, and we have this criteria for becoming a trainer. And like one of these things, it's like, you know, you need to participate in the competitions. And I was like, well, I'm a London Lash trainer. I've trained all of you girls. I haven't participated in a competition. Why you put this criteria in there? You don't need to be an amazing educator, an amazing lash technician. You don't need to participate in the competition to be an amazing educator and lash technician. So it's a bonus, but if you don't do it, fine, it's all right.
Paulina's just jumped on. Hi, Paulina. I love Paulina. She's just said that she remembers on her first competition when you, Hannah, just before she started, said to her that she was already a winner because she had participated instead of staying at home.
Yep.
Definitely. Just putting yourself out there, I think, is massive. You don't have to take home a prize. Just being there and getting the experience in itself, I think, is a massive, massive achievement anyway. So you was talking about training. We were talking about trainings briefly and touching on trainings then. So what are your thoughts about all the online trainings at the moment? Are London Lash bringing out more online things at the moment?
Yes, apparently we are. We're just we are finalizing our foundation online training, but it's not going to be the foundation for the beginners. It's going to be foundation for those people who didn't have a quality foundation training. Okay. And there are so many. Because we always having people who are coming to our volume trainings to learn volume, and when we start talk about, you know, this and that, and they're like, what's this? What's that? They just don't know anything. You're just thinking, wow, what kind of training did you have? They have know nothing about the styling. They know nothing about like mix, like we're not talking complications, but we're talking at least like a basic complicated things.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's, for instance, if someone's trained 10 years ago in lashes, in the first lash, and they've maybe not maybe they haven't done it for a few years, or they've gone to have a family and they're coming back to lashes.
Absolutely.
If they want to then come straight to volume, like you said, they wouldn't know anything, and you'd have to
No.
almost start from the beginning.
No. Yep.
So the course that you're offering is going to go over all of that with them.
It's kind of a refresher, like an extra knowledge for those who need an extra knowledge after the foundation training. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be good because it doesn't exist at the moment on the market, and I think a lot of people, they were asking, and a lot of people, they're asking basic questions when they are qualified. So I think, you know what, I think that's something what's needed.
Definitely.
So,
let's just see, we've got a few questions. Oh, this is a good topic to talk to. Bambi lashes. Are you wearing strips, or have you had your lashes done? The length and thickness is perfect for your eyes, Hannah. So I think this is a topic that we're going to be talking about tonight anyway.
okay, I'll show you them, my Bambi lashes. Yeah.
What, these?
Yes, you go. You've got them.
I've got them on as well. I ordered a pair to try just for this evening. So Hannah, do you want to introduce everyone to what these are?
Yeah, this is the Hanna lashes. They are, well, it's just our creation. We were always occupied by idea to create the eyelash line for the final consumer. And we've kind of had a couple of unsuccessful attempts with the strip eyelashes. And it's not like the strips were not good, they were good, but we were personally not quite emotionally attached to those strips. Like, I hate them, and I think I was wearing them a couple of times. I think I went to this meeting with solicitors in the city, and I was sitting there, and the lady, she was like, Hanna. I was like, I was sitting like a stupid. And you know what? How can you love something which is uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Which is like, it's hard. I mean, some girls, they're so superstars wearing those strip eyelashes. I can't. And I can't sell them. If I don't love something, I can't sell them. So we were thinking a lot of how to bring this eyelash extensions knowledge into the, and we were kind of end up with ideas of creating the, you know, those pieces of strips, if you want, or clusters, but wider clusters, so you can easily apply them. And I think it's something which is unique. It doesn't exist on the market. It's very inexpensive if you think of how many sets will be in one box. You have the luxury of making the different looks, like I'm wearing my squirrel effect. So you could just choose any length. Like, I mean, so far we had such a good feedback. So right now we're working on the new packaging, of course. We've tested the market, people like it, so we're like, okay, right, let's just make it nice and then just send it to Boots.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll try.
That's a good idea. So with these kits, they come with these lashes, they come in, you jump up by 2 millimeters, don't you? So it's 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. So what was the reason for the jump in the millimeters?
Yeah, we were trying just to apply them, you know, and I think when you're applying the strip lashes, it's quite easy to move them slightly, and then just to create this perfect line. So you don't really need to have a whole range of events. We thought it just for practical reason.
No, I definitely think they work. I've put them on for the first time tonight, and they're really comfortable. I think I need to play around with the styling with them. I just sort of went, let's just go with this. And they went on really well though. And these tweezers are amazing.
Did you like them?
You definitely could not put them on without. And I think even just using these for like strip lashes as well, that because they're not so big and bulky like the other ones. Yeah, I think they're such a cool little tool for using.
My girls don't like them. They say, Hanna, they're ugly. But
I really like them.
I've created them. Thank you, Jenny, because I've drawn them on the paper, send it to the factory, and I said I want them to be safe, right? Because you doing this, you don't want to poke it, and I want them to be, you know, ergonomic and comfortable to pick this. Thing.
Another thing though, the adhesive that comes with them, I've been seeing a lot in the forums where people are making their own strip lashes. Have you seen this at the moment? That in lockdown, everyone's making their own strip lashes, and I have seen quite a few people say that, oh, what adhesive are you recommending for clients to use with them? And some people have said the Isla adhesive, and some people have said the Duo adhesive.
Yep.
But a lot of people have been saying that this adhesive is really good as well. And
really?
Yeah, I mean, they went on fine with me. I didn't even have to, you know, with strip lashes, you have to let them dry for a little bit, don't you? I found I just dotted it on and they went straight on.
Yeah, I'm sticking them straight on. Yeah, so I like this glue. I didn't expect it. You know, sometimes we still have people, like, I mean, my girls, I've got a whole 50 girls, and they're like, one is, Hanna, I don't like this glue. Well, I've tried your glue, I like this. And everyone has different opinions. So it's really hard to, I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to indicate whether it's good or not. I'm glad people like it.
Yeah.
But I think we also had some people who were struggling to attach it too.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think
it's just it's technique, isn't it? I think once you do it a couple of times, I think it will get easier and you'll know what you need to use. Let me just have a look. Someone has said, where is it? Are they back in stock? They're in stock, aren't they? Because I only ordered them the other day.
Yeah.
And you can get them on the London Lash Pro website and the Hanna website, can't you?
Yes, but we wouldn't recommend you to suggest your customers to go to London Lash website. We especially opened a separate website because we don't want somebody to buy Lady Bond glue.
Yeah.
And go to hospital. No, we don't want that.
So in regards to talking about that for us to sell them to our clients, is there some way that do you do an offer if we were to buy bulk in order to retail to our clients? Is there, or is it the same price that we buy, we would then sell on to the clients?
Yeah, you know what, Geneva, we've been actually, because the product is quite expensive for us at the moment, so we were not making much profit on it. So what we've done, we're basically changing the concept. We making the amount of lashes in the box a bit smaller, but making the price also cheaper. But in total, our margins are higher, but the price is generally lower. So with this new concept, we will be able to do this sub retail. At the moment,
so then we can almost
not enough margin for everyone to make money in the chain. So we need to change it so then you will be able to sell it to you can sell it to your clients.
Yeah, no, I do think it's a really good thing to have in order to be able to sell on to our clients, especially if, for instance, they're having to have a break from lashes for some reason, and they can use in between.
Absolutely.
SB Beauty Salon has just said, how long can you wear them for?
Well, for one night, one day, but then you can take them off and you could just, just like as a strip lashes, you can just get the glue off them and you can use them again. So for example, this pair probably used it already 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And I've got them
like a pair of strip lashes. With a pair of strip lashes, you'd clean them and reuse them. You wouldn't necessarily throw them after each wear.
Exactly.
And
yes, I've got those like trays with glues and stuff, and I've got like old ones everywhere.
Loose lashes.
Just reusing them all the time.
Let me just have a look. Someone has asked, Hanna, the Eyelash Bar UK, how many different suppliers did you have to try and change from before you found your perfect lashes?
Well, I think I've done a very good research straight away. So I'm picky. I would never sell something which I don't like. That is the good thing about me. I'm feeling personally responsible. I don't want any. So I found a good supplier quite quickly, and I've stuck to I was good friends with this good supplier for a while, and then we've changed the supplier, and then we've found a couple of other ones. But now I think my view of all this supply thing completely changed, because looking at it, because I've been to Asia myself so many times. I've been to the factories. I've been to the factories where they produce the fiber in Korea. I've been to the factories where producing the lashes. So now I understand that the quality of the lashes, it's not really something to do with the supplier. It's something to do with the particular issue and the particular issue. For example, if you have, I don't know, too sticky strip, it means that the factory bought the tape from another factory, and before they've put it into the production, they haven't checked it.
Right.
right? So if they would check it, if the quality control system would be working a bit more efficiently, and they would add this extra step of control, this issue wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they have mistakes in the I don't know, type in lash card, it means that this particular person who is ordering the lash cards, when changing the design or something, they're making a mistake, right? So you need to work with the particular individual. So quite often, that's nothing to do with the factory. That's something to do with the systems within the factory. So technically saying, any factory can be really good or really bad if you change the people in the factory. So now I know that we've got the lines at the factory. I know we've got the whole floors working just for London Lash. I know people who are working for London Lash. I've been seeing them many times. You know, I'm coming to the factory, bringing them presents. I'm talking to the employees who are making our lashes, and I know those people. And we have a good relationships with suppliers. We say, look, don't change those people. Keep them working for London Lash. They know their job. They've been working on making our lashes for the last 3 years. They know each single thing. But when you're a small brand, you can't really ask for the same luxury.
No.
Because you will always be given whatever workers they have available.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a non-stop. We've got a non-stop production.
And also when you're a smaller brand, you're not ordering the quantities. So they almost want to just get you samples or get you products to try,
exactly,
and on to the next person. Or they say, oh dear, if you order more, I'll give you better price. And it's hard because with things like adhesive, if you're wanting to trial adhesive, you don't want to order 1,000 or 2,000 if you're a small brand because of the shelf life. So it's really tricky. I think it's but I think it's definitely who you talk to, because I mean, how many messages do you get a day asking you about tweezers?
Yes, I think I've blocked them all already. I think I'm blocked.
Oh, tweezer manufacturers are relentless. Every day is so many, isn't it?
I know, crazy, but you know, this is it. This is how it is. Life.
So if you're looking as a brand to bring in a new product, so you obviously are on, you're one of the biggest lash brands out there. And if you are thinking of bringing out a new product, you keep on trends yourself. How long is it between you having that idea, testing it, to you then putting it out there? Like, what is your testing process in internal?
It used to be very fast before. You're like, well, I like it, let's order this. Now it's like, well, like it, that's not enough. You need to send it to 100 people, send them a questionnaire so they can reply if they like it. If there is a majority of them, like more than 70% liking it, then you can give it a go. However, you need to check all the ingredients and stuff and making sure that it's all going to pass all the... Oh my God, you know,
such hard work, isn't it?
It became slower. We're still trying to keep up with speed, but it became slower, obviously, because you don't, like, I mean, you just don't want to... It's like, for example, like fiber. I think we started like once launched the lashes, which were amazing, but then we realized that the fiber, once we started selling it, that the fiber is getting straightened.
Yeah.
While the
relaxing,
and you're like, oh my God, you know, I really should have spent another 2 months on testing rather than just sending it to, like, I don't know, hundreds and thousands of clients.
And like you say, what you like, someone else may not like. So by sending it to 100 people or even 50 people, getting it out there and getting feedback is the best way forward, isn't it, in trialing it?
Yep. So that's why we, like, now with this Hanna lashes, we just decide, right, okay, we're not going to be even bothered with packaging, advertisement. We're just really going to take it easy, give it to... And I think lockdown really helped us because like everyone's just end up without lashes. So like, oh, lash community, we've got some lashes for you. And so we just decided to take it easy, test it, and once we have a positive feedback, then we're moving into nice packaging, beautiful designs, amazing website, and all this.
Yeah, definitely need to see these in Boots. I'm waiting for the day now. I'm holding you to that.
Sephora, Boots, Selfridges, I want all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll achieve it. Someone has asked us a question. How can you become a London Lash ambassador or trainer? They've private messaged in.
Okay, well, first of all, now we've changed the terms for the trainers. So in order to become a trainer, you must become an ambassador. So we can have a look at you. How are you doing? Can you actually sell? Because I mean, the main, why do we all have trainers? Because we want to promote our products, isn't it? You know, it's amazing to have a team, but the most important things, why do you know, put in an effort into creating this community? Because you want to promote the brand. So setting the person up first as an ambassador just help us to understand, how does this person work? If this person is loyal to the brand, if it's a positive person, if it's a proactive person. And then once they've been an ambassador for 6 months, they can move on to the training applications. And training application, it consists of a few stages. So first testing of your work, then doing interviews, and some IT skills, language test. We've added a few things up. So yeah, that's
and
it.
if there's also what about if there's educators in the area, do you sort of try and keep areas with only one educator in to sort of keep it fair? Is that the word?
Not in London, but yeah, if it's we're trying, of course we need to be respectful to people. However, sometimes the driving time is 1 hour, which for me is like far away, but the girls, they still getting upset even though it's 1 hour drive. They're still hard. I mean, if it would be 2 hours, they're still going to get upset because it's really that close. If one is in Ireland, another one is like in London, they're still getting upset. So it's hard, but we just need to, you know, just listen to common sense, not in the same little town, but 1 hour drive.
No, that's fair enough though. Someone's just asked, I think we have already answered this, but they've asked, why is Hanna Lashes separate from London Lash? But you've touched on that and said that it's because you don't want us pushing clients there and then they may buy a professional adhesive rather than...
Exactly. You don't want them to buy the wrong glue. That's the biggest fear of my life. Really scared that the clients going to buy the wrong glue, and oh gosh, I don't even want to think about it.
Let me just have a look. Someone's just said, amazing products. They don't need any effort to promote them. They promote themselves, to be honest.
Thank you.
That's very, very true. I mean, to be fair, I've used London Lash Pro for a very long time. Power Bond is still I can't live without Power Bond. Really? I've tried all the adhesives and I keep reverting back to Power Bond.
That's really nice. Thank you.
I know. Every time you bring out a new one, I'm like, I must try it. And I try it for a couple of weeks. I'm like, no, I want my Power Bond back.
Thank you so much. That's really nice to hear from you. You know, and you're such a big person. It's just saying you.
I wouldn't say that I'm big. I think I've always said that I'm not really brand affiliated. I just like what I like. If I like something then I'll use it, if that makes sense. But you've also, I want to say congratulations to you because I haven't had a chance yet, and I wanted to say it in person, to the Queen's Awards. Tell us a little bit about this.
Thank you. That was wow. I'm still shocked. Yeah, we won the Queen's Award.
So what is this award? Tell us about it, because I've not heard of it before.
Oh, so that is the award which was launched by the Queen in 1965, and it's it's right. Okay, let's just disclaimer. That's not just Hanna Award. It's not the one in the country.
No,
there are many businesses, like about 200 businesses.
It's a business award, isn't it? It's like a recognition.
Yes, business award, and in our particular case, it's an award for international trade. So because we've got a lot of distributors, we sell a lot abroad. So we were one of, I think, 20 businesses in Northwest which won this award, and about 200 across the United Kingdom. So yeah,
it's a massive achievement though.
Right, it's cool. I know, you know. Or when you email, you're opening the email, right, and you just say, "Hi, dear Hanna, Your Majesty the Queen, by recommendation of the Prime Minister, approved you."
I would have been like, "Oh, it's spam. It's junk."
And you don't know whether to cry or to laugh or to what. Like, it's crazy. You know, I'm like, "Hi, Queen. Hi, Boris Johnson. Thank you." You know. It's really nice. It's really nice. Like it was like I was really happy. I didn't believe that it's going to be, but again, I thought I've applied for this award without any hopes, and we've spent so much time, and I was like, we're spending time on nothing, because it's a award when you need to. I think we needed about 90 pages of text, you know, writing about all our achievements, financial situation. Accountants, they were sending us all this end of accounts for each year. It was just so much to prepare for this award, and I was like, nothing, like, oh my God, nah, waste of time. And then it's really nice. You're just thinking, who, me, Hanna, banana, you know? That's
No, it's a great achievement, and I think I know a lot of people have been going out for like the Lash Awards and going for Lash Artist of the Year, but there are business awards out there for us now, aren't there? Like,
yes.
haven't you? Did you go to the SME Awards? Was that one that you entered? The SME one? I can't remember. There's quite a few business awards, isn't there? There's the Hair and Beauty Awards, isn't there?
Hair and Beauty Award,
British,
is very popular.
There's the British English Hair and Beauty, and there's the British Hair and Beauty, isn't there? I think there's two different ones. But there's a really good way to, if you want to get a few business awards under your belt, they have categories like Businesswoman of the Year, they have New Business of the Year, Franchise of the Year, New Startup. They have loads of categories, don't they? Yeah,
they have plenty. And even like, I think I've managed even to win something last year without even applying. So
that's always good.
Yeah, they just sent me a trophy. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, there are many, yes, and you're right, and it's a lot of space for the small businesses there, and for the new businesses. It's a lot of them, of the like, female entrepreneur, you know,
entrepreneur,
small business of the year, like a lot.
But I think it's definitely something that's worth looking into if you've not entered business awards. It's definitely another avenue you can go down. We've tried to, or we have launched for later in the year, I don't know if you've seen it, the Lash Industry Awards.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so we're trying to create, because with these business awards, I think they're amazing, but I also think about how are they judged and things like that. So we've almost brought out the Lash Social, have brought out the Lash Industry Awards, and we've put the link on our page. But it is for things like Adhesive of the Year, Lashes of the Year, Big Brand of the Year, Small Brand of the Year, Educators of the Year. So more industry related.
Is it going to be Power Bond?
Well, it depends. No, everyone has to vote. So the lash industry can vote, and it's only for UK-based companies. And I think that it's something that we're trying to make it more industry related. So it's awards that are more specific to our industry rather than just the lashes. I think because the products that we use, they all deserve awards in themselves. People that have spent time creating these brands and creating these products. So.
Absolutely. And I think it's a great thing that you're doing it. I've actually been thinking about this myself for years, because I think like competitions are amazing, but how cool it would be to do the proper awards. Like everyone could come dressed up in this beautiful dress, proper, like, that could be so cool.
But that's what we're doing. So we're doing it's a black tie do, hopefully at the end of the year, if we're allowed to go ahead, if the government says that we can. So we have to make sure.
I hope I'll be nominated for something.
I'm sure you will be.
I will nominate myself, as always.
So we've only got about 7 minutes left before Instagram kicks us off. So someone, Eyelash Bar UK, what is the next steps for you, Hanna, business-wise? So after we come down from lockdown, what are your next plans business-wise? Obviously, don't give away your top secrets.
I never have any top secrets. Well, first of all, carry on with our online activity. Seriously looking towards online training courses, online workshops, masterclasses, because we have this massive expertise and the amazing team of girls who just know all the types of Kim Kardashian styles ever. You know, I spoken to Daisy the other day, and she just said, you know, Hanna, I've just got this, and this Kim K and this, and she's named 8. She said I can do 8 Kim Ks. I was like, really? Whoa. That's a lot of Kim Ks. So I thought, we've got this access to this expertise, and I feel like we also have a big audience across the world, people in Brazil, in Spain, in Argentina, everywhere. They like our brand, and they always emailing us, texting, saying it's so sad that I can't come for your trainings. So I think we really would like to put this expertise online as well, and just give them a chance to learn with our specialists, whether it's going to be webinars or just the filmed workshops, but we're just going to do more of this. That's what my next step is, just to organize the whole online training campaign.
Oh, well, Hannah, I want to say thank you so much for giving me your time this evening. It's gone so quickly.
Yes, I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I know.
Boom, 1 hour. Yeah,
I know. I had a few other questions, but I think we've run out of time by the time we go into everything. So I think we're better to leave it here. So I just want to say thank you. And
thank you, Geneva.
If anyone's got any questions for Hannah after the live, send her a message, or London Lash Pro. And if anyone's got any questions about the Lash Social, then please give us a message. We're also releasing our winners on Sunday for our recent Easter competition. I know Easter's been a long time ago, but we had to extend the deadline because of the virus, unfortunately. But I'm back tomorrow night at 9, a bit earlier tomorrow night. I'm just sorting out a time because I'm joined by Ruthie Bell from Estonia.
Wow.
And because of the time difference, we're going to come on a little bit earlier, but we'll put a post up in the morning knowing the time. So Hannah, thank you so much for your time this evening, and thank you for everyone for joining us, and stay safe, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you so much, girls. Thank you, Geneva. Bye bye.
Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye.